Street Cultural Museum.
That was good, was good.
Podcast with Mario P, man.
What's happening?
So, listen, brother. You cutting up in the streets, man, when it comes to this comedy shit, man. Like,
Right.
let the people know, like, what really inspired you and pushed you toward comedy?
A lot of different things, you know, some good, some bad, but everything was like genuine. It wasn't nothing that I really had to too much think about. It went from me being funny as a kid, and then, you know, growing up and like first hit manhood, you know, the peak of that, and just trying. It really happened during the period of me trying to figure out, like, you know, what life gonna be like for me. So, you know, everything inspired me. You know, that's my point. Like, you know, life, you know, well, just life period. Everything going on in life, past, present, future. It was like a no-brainer. It came to a point where it was a no-brainer.
Right.
So I had tried everything else I thought I was gonna try.
How much of New Orleans culture that you use as a part of how you deliver your comedy make you laugh personally?
First, all of it make me laugh because I get it from real situations.
Right.
So all of it's funny. Growing up, I didn't see it as funny until I became a comedian. Right? I didn't really even think about New Orleans dudes or the life of New Orleanians being funny until I became like an adult, and I was at that stage, you know, when you're an adult, shit start to register different. So things start to register different. And I just started just having moments where I just find myself just like looking at how we not normal. You know, like when I started doing comedy, I had a writer's block where I could not think of something to be funny about.
Right.
And well, I had the toughest time. And then one day I just started looking around. And that was it. Like, so that was it. Like, when I started looking at my surroundings for inspiration,
Right.
that was it.
Right. Culture. Right. Right.
Then that led me down the path to find out more about the culture.
Right.
And then having a different love for it and appreciating it.
Right.
You just there for the
you there in the space, but you don't really understand.
You just
It's
there for
tradition. They teach us young.
you're there for the trend. You know, it's more like entertainment purposes while
Right.
we're there.
Right.
You know, it's we were raised to be fresh for this, to be fresh for that. So it's like it's a moment for us to be fresh. When we get older, you find out like why it's so important and why our parents had us out there and all that type of shit.
Right. Why they had interest in it.
Yeah, why they had interest in it. Yeah.
Right. So what part of the city you grew up in, man?
I grew up like all over the city. I grew up uptown. I grew up downtown. You know, I was in a lot of different homes growing up at an early age, due to some personal reasons, due to family reasons and shit. You know, I was like, you know, displaced in different foster homes and stuff like that. So I had the advantage of growing up, you know, faster than what known people or known kids have to grow up. Like I always say the advantage, but it was a disadvantage of a kid because later on it came back to harm me, you know, because you don't really deal with the trauma of growing up, you know, in that type of space. You don't really deal with that, you know, you just kind of going about life not thinking about it. But me being a comedian, me being like real deep now, instead of shallow, and me being like real descriptive mentally, I had to deal with that shit because if I didn't, then I wouldn't have been able to make it transparent on stage.
Right.
So
that being said, it is national
mental health. That comedy helps that for me. It helps me a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily me laughing at stuff to make me feel better. It used to be like that, but now it's more a place of me putting smiles on people's faces is my therapy.
Bringing the laughter to them.
Yeah, that's my therapy.
Being a servant.
Yeah, that's really my therapy.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I don't mind that was playground.
Right.
So that was the first reason why I even that's the number one, that's the main ingredient in what I do. It's real life. Like I put my life into what I do. Cause if I didn't, then I don't know where I'd be mentally. So now I'm at the point where I'm trying to monetize it, not social media wise, but real life wise. Well, I'll put it in layman's terms. Now I'm trying to really become real stable off the shit.
Turn your passion to a paycheck.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's on the path of that. I'm just more adamant about making sure that part is taken care of.
You gotta put that work in.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? That's paying the dues.
Yeah, it does. Like that's when it's like when you want to when it's time to try to turn that into a paycheck. It's like you gotta level up mentally. You gotta like work real hard because you gotta get people to take you serious and they gotta believe in what you try to like tell them. As far as like you try to get them to use your services as a business, you have to make them. Not make them, they have to see that what you're doing and work for them.
That's a value.
Yeah.
You gotta become valuable to that person.
Yeah, that's all. I look at it like that.
But, so, in context to that, like, what would you advise an up and coming, you know, no matter what medium of entertainment they go in, comedian, singing, you know what I'm saying, rapping, whatever, like, what would you advise an up and coming business-minded person that's trying to do entertainment to like look out for, you know, try to become more aware of?
I would say this: it's no different from anything else you're trying to do. You're gonna have like if you at a job, you got haters, you got people that's trying to get close to you that what you do. You know, it's the same thing. Just like on the streets. I just tell people look at it as the same thing. Don't come in this game thinking it's sweet. Look at it like the streets. You can get robbed in this. It's just no guns involved. And you can wake up. It can make you wake up one day not knowing if you're going to come. That's mentally dead. So you have to be mindful of this lifestyle. Now I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know. I was one of the people that. You know, you ever watch wrestling? You remember the first time you found out wrestling was fake? You know how you felt? So
let down.
When I became an entertainer and got in this, I was let down, but then I got myself together because I remembered I'm doing this for me. And then I remember that, you know, it's our entertainment and it's a job and it's a career choice. And just not to get too much, not to give off my path of purpose. Just make sure I just, you know, value it a little different. But you just gotta be mindful. Like, don't come in thinking that it's all good. But don't come in like with the attitude anybody owe you. Like that'll mess you up bad. That'll mess you up worse than what
Entitlement.
Yeah, that'll mess you up real bad.
Right.
You feel me? You wouldn't have no chance to even do it on your own.
Right. Top 5 comedians.
Come on, man, you're asking that hard ass question, bro. Damn, bro. Well, which one?
It's you, baby.
It's like I'm saying, like it's a wide range. Like I got.
However you feel.
I'm saying, like, give me some categories. We can have a. I don't like to separate, but it's so much you gotta have your brackets.
Do your top 5 oldest comedians and then your top 5 youngest comedians.
Yeah. Contemporary and traditional.
Yeah.
Traditional is like so easy. Like people know traditional, the Martin Lawrence, the Eddie Murphy. Well, I of course I'll make sure I'm always say Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Bernie Macs, the D. Ray Davis, the Mike Epps, the Kevin Harts, J.B. Smoove, Dion Cole, all those guys. They settled, they stamped in the game. So my top 5 right now would be just period. I like this cat K-Dub. He was in a Boosie movie with me. I like Carlos Miller. I definitely like Carlos Miller a lot. He's very funny. One of the few cats I do watch stand-up wise. He's funny. One of my tour buddies is really funny. I'll put him in my top 5. He's hilarious and stupid. That shot it feel good. I've watched him do comedy and I've done comedy with him, so it's kind of, I don't want to say out, but I'm saying that, and I guess people that see this and be like, I'm saying that I guess just to, make sure I put us in there, but not really. Like, I really know for sure and I believe that when it comes down to him, I'm pretty more than sure, like, him standing next to any other comedian that I just named, that he can do his thing. So yeah, so who else I got? Who else I got? Hold on. Who else I got? I like Desi's stand-up. He is really like excelling. Like at a high speed, he excelling. Desi Banks. Just his stand-up is excelling, but like just the comedy, the whole range of comedy, he excelling. With the content and his tour, he's doing so well, so I gotta put him up there in that. Yeah.
Speaking of the tour, man, how the Hot Boys of Comedy tour going, man?
It's going real good. It's interesting and funny. You know, for me, I always take experiences in because it helps for my next move. So I'm gonna take it all. It's funny.
Do y'all share the same space when y'all getting ready for the show? Like,
yeah, but like it's none of that. It's none of that weird craziness.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all be choked out.
Yeah. I'm saying as far as like we don't be like standoffish with each other. No, we do everything together. Like we dress alike for the show.
Right.
We look like a goddamn boy band group or something, a exotical rap group or something.
Right.
That's how we be looking. Talking about some damn Nola Hot Boys of Comedy, Cali Evolve. Be having us looking like the Boudin Boys or something. With them send the dicky outfits on. It's funny. That's why I really enjoy it and I really like it because you gotta make things interesting. You gotta make them appealing. You can't just make things so predictable. So even though it's a Hot Boys of Comedy, we bring a whole different flavor of what people would expect when you hear that. Like they'll think we some like rapper comics or something. Some guys that's kind of funny but real popular and got personality. Now we all that. We everything.
Right.
Like we real comedians. The same stuff people see on TV and go pay them good money to see. Same thing. It's even more better because it's from New Orleans. Huh?
What y'all got coming up in the city?
When's the interview come out?
It's gonna be out
Sunday.
Monday.
Oh yeah. So we got the M-Line weekend. We weren't supposed to do no shows in New Orleans, but we doing one at the Jazz Fest Market. We kicking M-Line weekend off, the Nola Hot Boys Comedy.
And what weekend is that?
Father's Day weekend.
Okay.
We got something for Father's. Father's Day weekend we got the M-Line comedy show, and then in Baton Rouge we have the comedy show with Lil Duval. Yeah, it's a part of the tour too, so it's home, Baton Rouge. Then we got Hammond and Houston coming after that, but this weekend, God, I'm sorry y'all. This weekend, it's Dallas.
That's what's up.
Yeah, this weekend is Dallas. Yeah, and I got my merch out too. I'm back with my merch.
What's the name of it? Tell the people.
I got these. Of course I got the whole Archer shirts, of course. But I have this new shirts that I'm pushing. It's like a message. It's called Shoot Content, Not People. I got those shirts done, and I have a bunch of dope merch. It's like 3 to 4 different designs that I decided to push.
Right.
But I pushed them in the past. It's just the demand for the market wasn't as high as it is now for that type of stuff.
Right.
You know.
What they can find it in?
My website, and my website and shows I don't leave the merch.
What's the website?
MyRadarComedy.com. www.myradarcomedy.com. The whole website, and I have my shows coming up, everything on my website. Anything you need to see is on my website. I'm actually about to start getting people to get the content off the website. I'm gonna still put it on social media, but people that subscribe to my website get to see it first in an exclusive way. And everybody get to see it in an Instagram way.
And speaking of your slogans that's on your shirt, that catchphrase, your whole hoe out here.
Yeah.
Is that like where you get that from? What made you come up with
New
that?
Orleans?
So what's the meaning behind it for you?
Like Lane. You wrong. That's stupid. It's like we always start our stuff off when telling somebody you a hoe. You're not a half, a hoe. It's always you a whole funky, you a whole duck, you a whole thief, you a whole freak.
That's right.
percentage of it.
Right.
So it's like, because when I did this, I didn't do it from nothing I saw or nothing I heard. It's like DNA. When I'm doing the first 48 skit, I'm just improvising. And I just said some shit.
Just talking authentic.
Yeah, and then it turned into something that I didn't expect to turn into.
Right.
But that's usually how the greatest shit come along, by default.
Right.
The greatest things came by default. And that was by default because people really didn't know that listen, I started valuing our lingo way before I got to this point. And I've been using it to get to this point. A lot of comics never started valuing the lingo because some of the people here didn't. A lot of people here didn't, because when I would say these things, people would be like, I won't say value, they didn't catch it. But they wouldn't know exactly, but I'm like, man, get it from us. You know, I guess probably talking to each other, we don't understand like how different it sounds. But I listen to understand now, so I hear us. I can hear us. I understand why people up north thought that the Hot Balls was a reggae group at first. I really understand. Like, you close your eyes, listen to a New Orleans person talk, we talk like we're from a Caribbean place.
Because, you know, this is the most northern part of the Caribbean space.
Of course. Like, I don't, the map is a lie.
Yeah.
I already know, like, everything, like, even when we eat, when we dance.
And they got a carnival in Brazil.
Exactly. I just went to
Colombia, like the same.
I went to the other circus.
Right.
And he had, like, a sample of what would be a carnival.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, it's the same type of mood with everything.
It's a different area.
It's just different area. I would tell people all the time, like, New Orleans is like, it's like going, if you from the West Coast and you from New York, hell, if you from Milwaukee, listen, if you want to go out of the country, just come to New Orleans.
Right. Right.
If you want to go out of the country, come to New Orleans. Because when we go to these different places, it's like we leaving the country. It's like we leaving a different country. When I go to LA, I go to New York, it's like I'm leaving a different country and going somewhere else, because everything operates differently in comparison to where we're from. You know, even like getting here, geographically, you have to cross over a body of water. There's no way to get here on land. You have to cross over some sort of water. I don't give a damn, you coming through Avondale, you coming from Metairie, you coming from wherever. You gotta cross over some water to get your ass to New Orleans. So, geographically, we are on a different piece of the map. It's funny, we the Africa of the country. For the only thing somewhere else from Africa is running water and lights, my nigga.
Damn.
It's the most African.
Yeah.
Some African shit, excuse me.
Right.
It is. Maybe some New Orleans African stuff, but this is you can get you some watermelons and some shrimp on Chef Highway.
Right.
Like some Africans in a village. Bruh, think about that. Like, I saw a dude with a rolling grill on wheels.
Silver Sunday.
Yeah, with the hot sausage. That's some African shit.
Yeah.
You hear me? Like, he has a rolling grill. And I had some. Bussin'! That hot sausage, he fried it hard to my teeth in it.
He going up the street when he done with
Cheese
you.
on it. These niggas like ketchup, brother. I'm an African. Think about that. Like, we don't even need a club. Niggas just sit up anywhere. Just party like some Africans. What was doing in the pandemics? They had, I'll never forget you niggas who was doing the street brawl, the street fights.
Right.
Some African shit.
Right.
Niggas fighting for money. Boxing on bourbon. That is the most African shit ever. Excuse the words. Just block it out. Bleep. Just put the bleep on it.
Right.
You think about that, you think about how it's hitting you. Huh? I know, right? It's funny, but it's I love it. That's why a lot of times people be like stressing the whole point of we ain't gotta be like Atlanta. We're not built to be like them people on purpose, and it's a good thing. Just like people always complain about how bounce music need to go this way, go that way. It's for us. It's supposed to stay our way. That's why it can't get no other way but us. That's why it's for us, by us, and people can't gentrify it. There's no way to gentrify it on purpose. We get mad at that. It's a crossover. We got something for us. It's tribal music. That's why it's made for us, by us. You feel me? Right. It's certain things like we are an island, bro. So it's like I don't think people understand like the value of being segregated away from everybody else's culture. That's what makes us different. I do, man. Listen, that's why my comedy's so valuable. It can't be segregated, gentrified, separated. It's it is what it is, and people from different places love it. So, you know, that's like, it's for us. Like, we not supposed to be like nobody else.
Right.
You know, I understand as far as like mentally, business-wise, yeah. Of course, economically, yeah. But you know, a lot of people always stress as far as like our crafts and how we go about it and stuff like that. You need to make it sound like make it sound universal. No, there's a reason why people want it, because they never heard it before.
So yeah, man,
It's funny, bruh. We out. My mom was messing with me about that. She didn't want to put it in my head. She's like, "Oh, we in Africa." She's like, "Sure, we in Africa." Yeah. And she talking about New Orleans. So I've been in East working. But what Africa? You in East Africa?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
That's something to think about, bro.
Look at that. Look at this. You can't find this at a normal Sunday in Dallas, Texas. You can hear a squirrel run. Not down here. Not down here. Like anywhere else in the world on a Sunday, bro. Anywhere else, I don't care. It can be High Coffee, Kansas. Anywhere else on a Sunday, this, and you can't nowhere else. It's probably too big for you to do that stuff. Anyway, you can't do that in Duncanville or Oak Cliff. You got highways. You about to call something. They got nothing but bridges. Like, we literally like, this is an island. And that's the people.
Yeah. That's us. That's our culture, man.
Yeah, bro.
We festive people, bro.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
Like, joyful. We got joy in our hearts. So
Yeah.
coming together, congregating, and fellowshipping, that's just a way. That's church without being in the church.
Exactly. It's
Got the
fellowship.
music,
It's
got
still
the people,
fellowship.
and you feel the love, bro.
You fellowship in our culture. You know?
Exactly.
It's like, I understand. That's why I just like drowning. I bathe in that shit.
Right. So let me ask you this, what has been the most valuable lesson you've learned in your journey of just growth and change as you kind of chase your dreams and, you know, get and meet goals and things like that? Like, what's the most valuable lesson you learned?
Being patient. And like, most importantly, how you act while you be patient. That's what I'm learning how to act. Cause you know, being patient.
What you mean by how to act? Like,
So it's like that's when your character get built. Cause you gotta wait.
right.
But how your character get built is like what you gonna do while you waiting. You gonna like sit and complain and
Be proactive.
Yeah, exactly. You feel me? That's really how you get your character built for the next level.
Right.
Because you're gonna go through all type of processes, you know, to get to the next level. Because your pocket's never the reason why you can't get to where you want to get at. You gotta become that person first. So that's why I just think, that's my opinion. I just think like that's the most valuable thing. This stuff teaches me like it's like to work while I wait and just to be thankful about what is going on. Like, it's making me be more patient, making me I always been a grateful dude, like always been like a cat that always cherished whatever somebody did, whatever they was going, whatever. But it just made me like just 10 times more grateful to a point to where like I'm just looking forward to the process more than just the outcome. Cause I know I felt the outcome, I seen the outcome, I know how it's gonna turn out. But I know that none of that's gonna happen if I don't act a certain way.
Right.
Building the process.
Right. Like they say, you want to change the world, you gotta change ourselves.
Yeah, you do, dog.
Right.
You know, it took a little while for me to understand that.
Right.
But, you know, it's all good, you heard me. I just know being patient and acting a certain way while you're patient. Me personally, the best
thing.
thing.
Certain ways and like just for your own self.
No.
Figuring out how to use the downtime to be productive.
Yeah.
And not let that downtime.
Exactly. And
doing nothing.
And then that downtime have a lot of, you know, people including that. What I mean is like, all right, so I pay your dues. You know, you want to get, you gotta give, dog. You gotta give. You know, the best thing you give somebody is your time, and that's the most important thing. Like that's what it is. Like when I mean how you act, it's like, you know, again, you gotta understand, like, it's bigger than you. You're not doing nobody a favor. You know, real talk. Cause like, ain't no book on this stuff. There's nothing magical happening, nothing falling out of the sky for me. That's why I enjoy the process, because I know what's coming after that. So, and I do that as much as I can.
Right.
Yeah,
So you plant positive seeds, getting that positive return.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
That's
Right.
and
that's real. It's just like what you're doing right now today, sitting here with us. This is voluntarily. You know, we not paying you, but you was here and you still here doing it for us.
Because, man, like, at the end of the day, like, man, you know.
Planting seeds.
It is. And then if it's, money, whatever, but, man, like, your word, that's, like, important. That's really important. And I ain't perfect, but I try my best to start standing on my word more than just always thinking about $1, because I'm going to get paid. I know how to get paid. I've been knowing how to get paid before I started doing comedy, so I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna get paid off what I do for a living. Like when I say that, I don't mean that in a way of like I'm gonna go do some. Nah, I'm going to get paid off of what I'm doing. I know how to use my head. I know how to hustle. I've been doing it for so long, so much to a point to where I understand what I'm doing and how to get paid off. And so that's the last thing I'm worried about.
Right. Like you said, when you give, you shall receive,
Exactly.
and then your blessings gonna come back.
That's why I said I'm gonna get paid. You heard me? Because I know what I'm doing out here every day. And I know why I'm doing it, so I ain't never tripping. Even for people that may think they be getting over, like, I'm not tripping because, like, I did it because I wanted to, not because I was trying to please you. Like, that mean me, like, I did it because my instinct told me to, not because I'm trying to make you feel a certain way. So even if it don't go the way it planned, I ain't taking it personally because I'm going to get paid off one way or another.
Facts. That being said, man, any lasting words you want to leave the people with, bro? Like,
my movie coming out. I know who you F last summer. All right. I was gonna say I know you hit last summer being a director. My dog Chris, shout my dog Chris. We was like, nah, we don't want to say I know you hit last summer. We gonna have he's an abuser and all type of stuff going. So I know who you had sex with last summer. I guess.
I know who you
Yeah, it's gonna sound way different from anything we saying right now. But it comes out this summer. We in the process of getting the mechanics right. Everything is shot, but everything we doing right now as far as like the intel, the internal parts, as far as scores, sound, and making sure everything sound right, look right.
I mean, that's something to lead a conversation with before we leave, man. Like, how do it feel being accomplished in that way, knowing that you put together a movie, man? Like, how did it make you feel, bro?
I don't know, it ain't really hit me yet.
Right.
And I'm.
Is it inspiring?
Yeah.
Just go
it does. And because, man, I know it's gonna do real well.
Right.
Like it's gonna do real well.
You heard it first, right here, man. Keep it in the code.
It's gonna do real well.
Podcast, baby. That movie is doing it well. The brother said.
I'm like, and if it don't, it's still gonna do well. But it's
like, get into it.
but I just, from the feeling side, the spiritual side is gonna do well. But from the logistics side, from the realistic side, on the strength of numbers, experiences, data, it's gonna do real well.
Right.
Only way it don't do well is if I don't know, man. If it feels so good and it feels so mentally right to where I don't. This is a situation where I never felt. I always had belief in what I did, but like this was a situation where like I know.
You know you nailed it.
Yeah. Cause like it's involving a lot of people who did well with the movie. Is shot well. Everybody acted well. It's well put together. It carried my energy.
Right.
That's how I know it's gonna do well.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, it come out this summer. And it's 4 40-minute episodes. So it's gonna come out.
It broke down the episodes.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's called Know You F Last Summer. It's a comedy horror.
Right.
But it's mixed with our culture, with the voodoo and the baby mama drama.
Right.
And the environments and rap music, and it's gonna be a classic, dog. It's all my kind of characters.
Excited to see it.
Yeah, it's all. It's just like
we gotta definitely screen it.
Yeah, we was talking about that,
yeah.
And we working on this movie called Soul. and we're gonna be hollering at you about that. We're gonna be a big part of that. We got it all planned out. We're gonna script together.
So like sewing?
SEW. It's pretty much Low Down Dirty Shame meets Ocean 11, something like that. Yeah, it's like, you know, pretty much it's somebody trying to steal some value in here. Probably it's gonna be one of these suits.
Right.
And it's like me and another comedian, we detectives. They got fired and now we work for ourselves as you know, private.
Don't give me too much.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the build up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
but it's called So, and it's gonna be coming out real soon. We work real good together. We really cold and we really tight at what we do as far as a shooting, casting. Like Chris Moody, he's a director, he does a great job at pulling talent out of people and placing them in the right spots, and it just clicks. So, yeah.
Alright, man, y'all make some love for Mario.